All right, hi guys. It's been a minute since we've done a podcast. But we're back. Rusty. Anyways, we apologize for slacking on you guys, but we're back. So we do have a few things to talk about today. Hope all is well. Anything you wanna?
How was your week?
Busy but fine.
Just fine.
It was busy. Y'all, work been kicking my butt.
Facts.
And I don't even work long hours every day.
It's the holiday season. Dang, it's the 14th. We're halfway through December. It's almost the end of the year. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, I'm ready for the new year.
Facts.
I'm ready. This year was, a lot of learning.
Seems like everybody wants the holidays to be over.
Yeah, I think it's just really overwhelming for a lot of people. And I think we've already had a rough couple years all the way from 2022 or 2020. So, yeah, I think everyone's just ready for a fresh start. So I'm ready for the new year too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what's our card for today?
Our icebreakers powered by Hella Awkward. Shout out to Hella Awkward. Which actor should play me in a movie about my life?
You're going to answer that or I'm going to answer it?
You answer that for me.
I would say Michael B. Jordan.
Why?
Because he would play when he's angry, you would feel it. When he's emotional, you would feel it. When he's happy, you would see it.
But how does that relate to me as a person?
Well, because I feel like the roles that he plays, I could see him living your life out. That makes sense. Like Fruitvale Station, that kind of vibe. When he was younger, I've seen Michael B. Jordan.
That's
act
just
when
an
he was
actor
younger.
she likes.
You want me to answer the question or not?
My bad.
Dang.
All right. All right. I think for you, an actress, I guess it would be. Dang, that's a hard one.
Why?
Because they got to be Mexican.
No, they do not.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Don't give me nobody with no accent.
Why not? Your actor would have to be. You know what? You ever seen George Lopez? The George Lopez's wife?
Selena's mom.
No, not the old lady.
No, that's Selena's mom too in the movie Selena.
Oh.
Yes.
Dang.
Why? Because she's a Mexican?
No, if you watch that show, she got some waves just like you in that show. So yeah, it just fits.
Okay.
All right. Now I got another card because you be picking 2 cards. So I feel like I want to be extra today and pick 2 cards.
Okay.
So does body count matter? How many is too many?
That's a good one. I never pulled that one.
Why is that a good one?
Hold on. I hate when I sniffle on there. You can hear it.
I'm going to keep that in there.
No, guys. I just have a runny nose. You go ahead. You're first.
No, you first.
No,
you said
first.
That's a good one.
It's your
asked
card.
the question.
It's your card.
Just go.
I already know to you don't matter.
What? Well, dang.
Does it matter? That's the question.
Does body count matter? How many is too many?
I feel like it matters.
Why?
Because why are you having to sleep with so many different people? My question. I've only slept with people I've actually been with. Okay, anyways, I think that if you can't count them on one hand and you got to go to the other hand, that is extreme. I mean, and then think about it too, gosh, I think that in this day and age, I would be scared. We were just talking about this. I would be scared to be single right now and have to date new people and get to that point at some point, because I just feel like people are not honest and diseases are extreme now. So Anyway, I think it matters, and I just think that you should be able to count them on one hand, maybe two if you have to, but like, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My body count's a little extra.
Oh,
and I was in the streets when I was younger, so you gotta learn your lesson sometime.
what's that mean?
I don't know. It just sounded good. So, I think body count does matter.
Why?
Because, I guess it depends on where you're at and when you're meeting them, right?
When you're what?
Like, what point in your life you're at when meeting them. You know what I mean? Because if it's older, like, you have to expect, I've been with at least a couple people, right? But if you're younger, it's like, you out here in these streets at this young age, or you know what I'm saying? Because if you're older, like, obviously people been through relationships, people been through their hoochie phases, people been through all that.
I mean, yeah, because I'm not saying I was a saint, but I was just very like territorial, and like I really only had 2 serious relationships before you for years. And I wasn't sleeping around or like, you know what I mean? I wasn't having relations with other people while I was in those relationships. So I was more of a committed person. And then before that, obviously I had a couple little talking phases. So I get it. But I mean, do you mean like if I meet you, does it matter if, like, say if I had just met you last year and I'm like, oh, what's your body count? If that matters.
Yeah.
I don't think it should matter. Right. Okay. Maybe I didn't understand the question. I don't think it, I mean, I don't know yours, but I know of yours. It's a lot. And it doesn't change how you are. But I don't know. But I think now, like, I think now if I had met somebody, I'd be like, dang, but why?
I feel like if I was single now, it would matter a little more than it did.
Why though?
Like when we met. Because now we're seeing way more of the diseases and viruses and STDs and all that. Way more.
Yeah, I think people, if we were never together or whatever, and we were single people, truly for me, and this sounds extreme, but if you don't like it, too bad, then you're not the one for me. I would seriously want to go get tested together. That's how bad I think it is. And I'm just saying this from experiences. Like, I've heard stories when I'm at work. I've heard stories online. Like, people literally not telling their new thing or whatever that they have something and then passing it along.
Facts.
And it's,
I'd be terrified of that.
I would not want to get something that's extremely, I wouldn't want to get anything, but I wouldn't want to get something that could potentially end my life.
But I never seen it when I was younger. Like, I'm sure people had it, but the way it is now, it's like a lot of people got so many different things. It's crazy.
Yeah. So my question to y'all is, how are y'all having, this is a family channel, but how are you having relations without protection?
I ain't gonna lie.
With random people.
I've only wore protection except for one time.
And what happened to you?
We ain't gonna talk about it.
Anyways, yeah. But I guess I misunderstood the question at first, but I think it matters, and I think that people should care more. Facts. And I don't know. It's always been like a stereotype that men sleep around more or whatever, but honestly, the women, and then to top it off, now that I'm a waxer and I know that women's hygiene is horrible, y'all men really need to wrap it up. These women are not clean, okay?
Okay,
next.
We're done. Okay. She over here giving a Martha Stewart speech, dog. Like, what the heck?
Anyways.
All right. What's our topic for today, ma'am?
I just had a subject that's basically stating if you could go back to high school, what would you have done differently and why? That's the first part.
To go back to high school, I think I would have communicated more because I lost friends and it was situations where I could have had a conversation, but I mean, they could have had they could have talked to me too. It was more of like, I'm waiting for them to ask me whatever, and then we can talk about it. But I'm a little more, I'm more confident now, and I'm more willing to talk to people. I'm more outgoing and stuff like that now, but I was not anywhere near that in high school. So I lost some friends because of that.
Oh, so like if they wouldn't talk to you about it, you wouldn't even fix it?
It would just be awkward. Walk right past them in the hallways, all that. Like my friend Darius. When we went back to my
can't hear you when you look away.
When we went back to my for my brother's funeral, I hadn't seen my friend Darius in a long time. But the reason we stopped talking, we don't really know the reason. We don't remember because we were kids. But I think communication played a big part in that and made it worse. So, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's yours?
Mine's actually a couple things just because it actually led to like where it literally changed my whole life. But I would say I would have taken school more seriously and actually went to class and graduated on time, then went to school. I would have done that. Also, I would have been, honestly, like truly people could probably, the version of me now, like I don't think a lot of people know now or remember. How do I say this? The version of me now, people in high school that knew me don't know me anymore. Because I think in high school I wasn't the nicest.
Dang, it was mean.
No, I really think even like middle school, I don't think I was the nicest. I probably didn't want to like be friends with certain people that wanted to be friends with me. I think I may have said things that maybe weren't as nice. I think I was a little bit of a mean girl in a way, but like to my own friends and stuff. So I think I would have been a little bit more self-aware. That makes sense. But yeah, I feel like that's my major thing. Because there's things that people tell me nowadays I said, and I'm like, I don't not remember that. Pretty bad.
Dang, that's crazy. You're that person?
Yeah, I was
girls
bad.
Y'all was mean in high school.
I was bad. I was always in the principal's office with Mr. What's his name?
You asking me like I was around when you was a kid. You way older than
everybody
me.
that went to Pasco High. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what I would have did differently.
Dang. Just think about that though. If you would have changed one little thing,
it would have changed.
You would have never met me.
I know, that's what's crazy.
Come on, man.
That's why I don't really believe in regret.
Met me.
I don't believe in regret. I think everything happens for a reason. It shaped me to who I am.
Is that right?
But yeah. My other thing I wanted to talk about was, what would you tell your younger self? There's one thing you could tell your younger self. What would you tell your younger self?
I'd say not. I guess don't worry about what other people think. Because when I was in high school, I did care about what other people think, and that changed some things. I don't. It's not that I cared about what other people think. It's the fact that I didn't have my own identity, and I didn't know who I was. If that makes sense. Like I was more worried about like, dang, this is what we all like, or this is what we all. And it's like, okay, what do I like by myself rather than what do the homies want to do and what's fun to them and what's cool to them. It's like, what about me? So sometimes sometimes what they were doing was me, but then there's like, sometimes I'm just like, this ain't really cool. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Like the things that they were doing. So you would tell yourself.
There was like,
Be yourself.
Girls I wouldn't talk to because it's like they didn't think that person looked all right. Stuff like that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It was just I guess an identity crisis in a way.
Mm-hmm. I had that.
Because I didn't know who I was. I didn't have confidence. I didn't have any of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see
Same.
parents who are like, you know, tell their kids like, oh, you are enough, you are this, you are that. I'm not going to say I didn't have that, but it wasn't something that was like brought to my attention as much when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So what about you, man?
I would have told myself that I am, well, you said what I was going to say. I would tell myself that you are strong and you are worthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that you deserve nothing but the best and you will have that. As long as you know that. Because I struggled with that too. I feel like I struggled with identity crisis. Just not feeling like I fit in with the Mexican girls. Didn't fit in with the other. Like, it was really hard for me growing up, just not knowing. Like, I felt so lost being an adopted child and just not knowing where I came from. And then not having a father my whole life, seeking love, things like that. So, but honestly, I feel like everything that I've been through has been pretty rough, but it's also, I still, like, my heart's always still been softened. And that's only because of God, honestly. And my personal relationship with him. But I feel like, yeah, I would tell myself literally that you're so strong, you're so worthy, and that you can have everything and anything that you want as long as you believe that. Because that's my problem. I never believed it. People would tell me all the time, you could do this, you could do that, or you're so good at this. And I just never believed in it myself because I was always told like, no, you need to get like a regular job. You need to work a 9 to 5. No, that's not going to make you money. Or no, you can't do that. No, you're not enough. No, you're not good. So like the not supportive people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would tell myself. Yourself.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you want to talk about this?
Avery wants to talk about us.
It says, tell the story about Erica saying, I love you first, and why I didn't say it back. So you want to tell this story from your perspective?
Stop speaking away from the mic. From my perspective?
You want to tell it from your perspective?
Okay, guys.
So
remember, like on the other previous podcast, we talked about how we met at the club, and he went and he found me, blah, blah. This was 6 months of me being single. Remember, I was not looking for nobody, nothing. But we started talking. He was, I don't know. There was just something about him that I really did like. And you know what it might have been? You're right. Now that I think about this deeper, I really think it was the fact that he wasn't really like too into me, if that makes sense. But he was showing that he liked me. And so to me, I've always gone for the people that I like more, just like you have. Like, I feel like I've always gone for the people that I like more. And then I kind of get crazy. So anyway, so we're hanging out outside of the club. This is probably like maybe the second time I saw him, right? I don't remember. First of all, I had been intoxicated. That's my excuse.
No, don't make excuses now.
And
don't make excuses now.
Basically, just long story short, I just blurted it out. And I said, oh, I love you. And then he just smiled. I think we kissed, and then that was like it. But he never said it back. Why? How long did it take you to say it back, and why?
Let me put my glasses back.
That was really soon, though. I will say, I always do that. I'm a Libra, guys. I love hard. I fall in love fast.
I was like, dang. Well, here's the thing. When I first moved there, I hadn't been in a relationship in a while. And I was like, dang, when I go out here, I'm going to be like, I'm going to stick to myself and I'm going to chill. Because, you know, you go somewhere and you get to wild and your reputation gone. So I was like, let me chill out. Met her. She said, I love you. I said, gotcha.
Being so for real.
Come on, man. That's how I knew. That's how I knew. She
You
loves
just
me.
made that vibrate
First?
in my ear.
First, Erica? First. Do you remember that? You said it first. So,
Yeah, and then I said, "Oh, didn't I say like oh no, I didn't mean to say that or something like that."
She tried to take it back
Yeah.
from a player. Nah.
Because honestly,
take it back now.
Because really I think it was more of like I just like being around you or like that kind of thing. Like, oh, I just love like being around you. I think it was more of that.
That ain't how she meant it,
I don't
bro.
think it was like, oh, I love you. I'm so in love with you. I had just met him.
She just met me and said that already.
I believe in like soul ties and like energy and stuff like that. And I just think the universe just told me he was the one, at the time. So I said it.
Let me tell you this. I ain't say it back because I was like, man, I've been in some rough relationships. It's been hard out here for your boy. And next thing you know, I love you. Already? Dang.
Yeah, but it didn't scare you away.
In every relationship, I like the other person more. So I was like, I need to get to a point where there's someone who wants to be with me and not leave, even when it gets hard and all that. I didn't have that.
It got
and I
hard.
didn't have one at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have one, period.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's just how I had to go. It's like, dang, she loves me. I'm not ready for that, to say that yet.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
But I'll get there soon. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't always happen that way. People don't always say it to each other at the same time. Facts. Because it could have been the other way around. I've had that happen to me where someone's told me that they love me and I'm like,
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, about that.
It's a little awkward. That is rough.
I know.
When someone says it to you and you just be like, because what if you don't feel the same?
Yeah, that's like asking somebody to marry you and they're like, I'm not ready for that yet.
But with you, I feel like I felt it, but I wasn't ready to say it.
How would you? I'm telling you,
what I mean?
I don't think that. I think it was honestly just a blurt out of like, because I mean, yeah, then we started hanging out more. And then eventually, yes, it was really like, oh, I really am in love with him.
All right, let me tell you this. I had to test her. All right, because I was like, oh, we should be together. We should be together. She was like, nah, I'm not ready.
Yeah, no.
For like a month. And then she said, I'm ready to be with you. And I
then
said,
it was, I'm not
nope.
ready.
And I don't, it was definitely testing her for whatever reason. I don't know.
Testing me for what?
I don't know. Because it's like, sometimes you got to see how hard a person will fight for you. You know what I mean? And then she was like, okay. And then I was like, all right, I'm just playing. I'm ready. And she was like, nah. Dang, roller coasters.
Because, like, speaking of relationships, the more I, like, kind of watch things or, like, read up on things and I'm, like, reading stories or whatever. Sometimes, though, honestly, my pattern in the past, though, that's my problem, is that I've always been the one to move so fast as far as, like, emotionally. And it got me in not good situations. So the moment that I pulled back, because I had to get myself together, I had kids to think about. Like, that was my number one thing, was like my kids. I can't involve somebody if they're not going to stick around. And I was really worried that he wasn't going to stick around. I mean, who would? I had 5 kids. He was 22. Dang. He was 22 and I was 26. So I just felt like it was so unrealistic, and everybody would tell me that. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, but he just seems so different, though. Like, that's what kept, me around or whatever, to try to figure it out if he was or not. But I feel like I was trying to also protect myself. In that moment when he felt it back, I was like, y'all can probably relate. It's a defense mechanism. I think it's like, wait, no. And especially like for me, it's just my character. Like, if I'm showing you that I like you or that I want to be with you or something, and then you're not reciprocating that back, it will actually make me pull back. So that's kind of also what it did. It kind of made me think, he's not really serious about me, or he doesn't really, this is probably just not going to last. So let me not get too serious. If he really wants me, then he'll fight for me. See, it was the same thing.
But I ain't gonna lie, Erica was a little crazy when I met her. You were a little...
Because I was in love.
Nah, don't use that excuse.
I was in love, and you were being very, like, not trustworthy.
All that was in a month.
It was fast. See what I mean?
I remember we got into it when I first met you. Because you were young. You were a little wild.
What?
Because I remember you picked me up. You had kids in the back. They didn't have a seatbelt on. You was driving past a police officer. They didn't have a seatbelt on. They ain't sitting down. And I was like, what is going on?
Oh, my God. I don't remember that.
And then we pulled up to my house. I got out the car and I was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, you're speeding next to a police officer and you didn't have no seatbelt on these kids. And then, yeah. You started crying. Happening. You were crying a lot. You used to cry a lot back then, bro. You used to cry a lot. She was bawling.
Because you were so mean to me. My thing is, like, how do you... I tell you, I'm 6 months fresh out of an abusive, toxic relationship. You come into my life.
into my
life where kids are involved and I have trauma and I have baggage. Like, can anybody relate to this? Like, that's so hard to just all of a sudden you want me to be this person. That's where, I mean, yeah, we've had so much growth throughout the years that I look back at that person that I was and I'm like, dang, that was still a girl I was still in pain. I was still traumatized. I couldn't trust anybody. I mean, I was just like broken. So it's hard. That's why I didn't want to get into a relationship. I had a mindset of like, I'm not going to get into a relationship for a long time. I had people trying to DM me all the time. Yeah, all you back in Tri-Cities.
Hold on. All you niggas I know slid in her DMs. Hold on. All you niggas I know slid in her DMs and think I ain't know.
We know.
And guess what? All them niggas sending me friend advice on Facebook till this day. Boy, go to hell. All right? Go straight to hell, my boy.
I'm just saying, like, I definitely declined. But it was more because, like, I don't know what it was. But that's the hardest part in relationships. I mean, usually people give up. And honestly, yeah, we broke up at one point. Because I just wasn't not in a good mindset. And I was a little crazy, but it was because that's what I was used to. And I refused to be cheated on again, lied to, like all of that. So when I felt a sign, if I saw something that was off the grid, I was like, no. And I would speak up because I couldn't speak up before.
I ain't gonna lie. It was a time where we took a break.
A whole week and a half.
But here's the thing. We was arguing on text or something like that. I go home. I'm like, oh, we done. Forget this. I'm mad as hell. Right? Pull up to the crib. I'm sitting in my car for a minute looking at my phone.
I bet.
Tap on the window. I said, boy, my soul jumped out my body.
Go back to that moment.
No, hold on.
What were you feeling?
She at the window. Mind you, she lived 45 minutes away. So it's like, what are you doing here? Hold up, lady.
It was snowing.
It's crazy. She out here risking her life.
Yeah.
For a little old me.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I would never.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Huh?
What were you thinking? Because he was so mad at me. But see, do you remember when I came?
Why.
Okay, let me tell you, because this is again what I say. But if I feel that way and you push me away, you will push me away. And I am totally fine with that. I remember I thought, obviously I felt like I messed up a little bit, even though I felt like I had my reasons. And to this day, I don't regret it. I don't. I had my reasons, but I think I could have approached the situation a little bit differently, if that makes sense. Gave us some time and could have approached him better with it, right? But my communication skills were not the best. They still aren't. And I just remember showing up. I drove my girls with me in the snow, 45 minutes to his house at night.
Crazy, boy.
Shout out to Shannon because she let me stay at her house. Showed up and I was just like, I remember I was playing Kaylani, Wish You Were Here or You Should Be Here, something like that the whole way. And I was crying and I was like, I can't lose this man. I can't lose this man. Let me show up, because if somebody showed up for me, I would be like, dang, okay, he really does love me. Let's talk this out. And that's how I am. Let's talk it out. Let's figure it out. I don't want it to linger. For what? I didn't know that we were done. I didn't think that he would really be done. So I show up and he literally gave me the coldest shoulder, you guys. Like,
she said, "You still love me?" I looked in.
No, we walked up to his room. I sat on the bed. He's all acting like, what is it called? Silent treatment. Getting his clothes ready to take a shower.
Because I need time in between.
You had all day. So anyway, and then I'm like, do you even still love me? And he said, I don't know. That
looked her in her eyes and said,
I don't know. I literally, you guys, was like, okay. Because mind you, I had A, B, C, D, E, F, G in my messages that I was like, you know what?
I don't care about none of that.
Whatever. And at that moment, I just remember thinking, this little boy. This is exactly why I did not want to get involved in this.
First of all, I'm a man.
And I left and I said, what did I say to you? I said, what did I say? I said something like, that's fine. Don't even worry about it. Left. Went back to Shannon's house. Cried to Shannon. I was like, he doesn't even love me anymore. And then I laid in the bed with the girls. I remember Asia and April were both on each side of me. And I just remember falling asleep crying. Then I wake up, y'all. I had to go back home because my mom was like, come back home. Yeah. I had to drive back home. And I get a message I had missed a call or whatever from him. And then a message that was like, what are you doing? And I can be cold. So I remember messaging back and just being like, I had clothes at his house, like in his drawer. And he like messaged me about my clothes or whatever. And I was like, you can just throw it away. I don't care. Driving home, you guys, and then he pulls I love you. So then little old me, of course, little old weak me, what did I do?
What'd she do?
What did I do? I messaged him back, I'm sorry. I know that I basically an apology, like I always do. And now here we are.
See? Had you not swallowed your pride, will we
that would have been it. No, that would have been it. That would have been it.
See?
Who knows?
Dang.
Yeah, that's crazy. That could have changed everything. Had you not tried.
You ain't got no sense.
That's when I knew it was done.
Telling me.
Then I was like, okay, yeah.
That's what it's actually telling me, that you're crazy, bro. Like, you really got some loose screws, my dog. Like, dang.
That one always dies. No, I don't. I'm not anything like I used to be. It's just now I know my worth so much more.
She lying.
So I don't cry anymore. Yeah, I don't cry anymore like that, y'all.
Girl.
Would you say I'm less emotional now, or?
No, you're still emotional.
I'm still emotional, but.
You're very emotional. But you've learned how to be like me. Thick skin. A little bit. You still soft, but.
I mean, when it comes to you, I'm not like. Yeah, I'm not worried about you.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you can go with your friends and go to freaking Vegas or go downtown Phoenix, and I'm like enjoying my peace and quiet in my alone time, y'all. When you learn to love yourself, shush it. When you learn to love yourself, y'all, women,
oh my gosh.
When you learn to love yourself and enjoy your own solitude, nothing can break that. So if you don't like to be by yourself or you can't take yourself out, why would anybody want to take you out? And if you don't enjoy your own solitude and stuff, that's why you guys are having all these fights. Like, let your man go play his game and you go do your own thing and you go watch your own show in your own peace and quiet, or go out with your friends, whatever you got to do. Let him go do his own thing. Then when he comes back, y'all can reunite, you know? It's all good.
Because it's a relationship tutorial or what? Because dang, dog.
Yes, a lot of people need
Everybody ain't like us. All right? I'm telling you right now. They not like us. Okay?
Well, it's nice to hear your version of things. That's cool.
Bro, you're funny. All right.
Is that it?
I guess that's it.
No, we just talk.
Oh my gosh. You're funny, dude.
Anyways.
You are funny.
Yeah, that's a little more about us. So let us know if you guys have any more questions about our relationship or anything we've been through. We can pretty much talk about anything. I got you. Or you can personally message Erica.
Erica, you got that right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
All right.
I guess we're out. So
it's the end of this podcast, y'all.
Like,
share,
subscribe, follow. And yeah, whatever. Comment.
Share it.
Whatever.
Follow my TikTok, Erica Pledge.
All right, we'll see you in the next video.
Peace.